welcome to my channel. I'm MissPetiteRu, and I'm actually quite petite. I'm 4'9", and this week I'm going to talk all about having an amazing foodie diet and still be able to maintain a healthy, good lifestyle and a healthy, good weight. So I know the holiday season is among us, Christmas, and we just had Thanksgiving in America and so much more, and it is hard to not enjoy amazing good food. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a huge foodie. I travel for food, I dream of food when I sleep, I think of food the next day, and I just want to share with you some of my tips that work for me and still help me maintain a good, healthy lifestyle by still eating my favorite foods and the food I crave and love all the time. For this place for petites 5 foot and under, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button to be notified when I post a video every Wednesday. So my first step is actually to write down what you eat for the next 3 days. Have a food journal just to see what is in your diet on a regular basis. This can actually be quite eye-opening, and you can see if you're having the right nutrition, everything else, and just to see what you're consuming on a regular basis. So my next tip is actually to eat more during the day and eat less at night. The main reason for that is because we don't digest as much during the nighttime when we sleep. It's more on a resting mode. So if we eat too much before we sleep, it's actually really hard on our digestive system, and it's actually way easier to gain a lot more weight as well. By all means, I am guilty of having a snack here and there before nighttime once in a while when I'm a little hungry, but I would just recommend on a regular basis to not to indulge on a lot of food before you go to bed. It's actually also better for your sleep. So my third tip is actually incorporating healthy snacks in your diet. For example, having a lot more vegetables and fruit. Actually, fruits and vegetables provide a lot of vitamins and minerals that we require in our body to maintain a healthy lifestyle. For example, oranges and strawberries have a lot of vitamin C that helps boost up our immune system during a cold season as well as on a regular basis is necessary in our diet. So these are great ways to fill in your stomach when you are hungry, and these are great snacks. I love having fruit in my diet. It's quite ingrained in me because I grew up in an Asian household. Being Chinese, a lot of times we eat fruit as dessert for the after meal. And I find that it's actually really beneficial for my body, so that when I travel, I actually go to a convenience store or a grocery store right away just to fill up on different fruits and vegetables for my diet so that I can continue to be healthy when I travel. So on the topic of fruit, here are some fruits that actually help boost up your metabolism. For example, grapefruit is actually really great fruit that actually help boost your metabolism like crazy. So have a grapefruit in the morning, maybe a few times a week, will definitely make a difference in your diet. But be careful, because grapefruits are so powerful, they're not suggested to have when you have antibiotics. It actually may clash and may cause serious damage to you. So do eat grapefruit with caution. But it is definitely a great way to boost up your metabolism if you're not on any medication. Now, the second fruit, I'm pretty sure you guys all heard of the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, yes, apples are actually great. They have a lot of vitamins and minerals that our body requires, and it is so beneficial for us. But on top of it, apples actually help your cells absorb less fat. I guess that was shocking when I found that out as well. But it does. So having an apple here and there in your diet once in a while is actually a great way to boost up your metabolism. Now, the next thing I do say has a lot of sugar, a lot of this fruit does have a lot of sugar, so I don't recommend eating too much of it on a regular basis, but having one here and there throughout the week. But bananas are a great way to actually increase your metabolism as well, because bananas actually are so starchy in some ways and has a lot of vitamins and minerals that actually makes the body work harder to digest it. So having a banana in your diet once in a while is actually a great way to boost up your metabolism, as well as providing some vitamins and minerals that you may not have on a regular basis onto your diet. So my fifth tip is to eat frequently. So I actually eat probably 5-6 times throughout the day, and it helps me digest a lot easier and keeps me fueling up on a regular basis. And it's argued that it is actually good for your body to have smaller portions throughout the day to help it metabolizes better, as well as helps you digest faster. So my sixth tip is portion control, okay? Especially for petites, because our body doesn't require as much as a regular sized woman. So a lot of times when I go out to eat, I split a meal with my husband, or if I'm going by myself, a lot of times I will actually pack half the portion away and then eat that portion, because a lot of times we are taught to just finish our plate of food, but if the plate of food is actually too much for us, that's not wise to just have that in front of us. So a lot of times I would actually pack it away, half of it, and if I'm still hungry, it's effort to actually open up the takeout box and actually try to get some more. So it actually reminds you, and it reminds me that, okay, I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat more. Whereas like you're not forcing yourself to have more because you need to feel pressure to finish your plate. So my next tip is really allowing treats in your diets on a regular basis. I have huge cravings for desserts like bubble tea, pies, cakes, etc., and fast food here and there. And I will always have all these random cravings, and I totally love it when I crush it and allow myself to have it. And I always allow these things to be in my diet on a regular basis. The key is portion control. A lot of times when we buy cake or buy a pie, we don't eat it in one sitting. Well, like an 8-inch pie, my husband and I will have some ice cream with it. Maybe it'll be finished in 4 days, because we'll have a snack here and there, we'll have it for dessert, but it will definitely be portioned so that we get to have that great pie or dessert on a regular basis, but you're always never sick of it because you're allowing yourself to have it on a regular basis. And for example, if I have a bubble tea, a lot of times I don't finish it all in one go. Sometimes it'll be throughout the day, or I'll split it for 2 days. And I like that because it's definitely something you can still indulge in and you're never deprived of, and you're always allowing yourself to have it. So because of that, you never feel like once you have it because you were so deprived, you start binging. That never happens because you have it on a regular basis. So that's definitely a major tip. Do not deprive yourself of the things that you love to eat, because a lot of times, and this is what I learned as a kid for myself, is if you don't allow food in your life, which brings a lot of people joy and brings me as a foodie a lot of joy, when will you eat it? Because later on in your life, a lot of these high sugar, high fat foods that you crave on like a regular occasion, you may not be able to eat it, not just because you'll gain weight, but it's actually super hard for your body and it'll be detrimental to your health to have those in your diet. I would say the key thing is variety in your diet, as well as portion controlling these amazing foods in your diet. So my next tip is actually to hydrate on a regular basis. It is recommended to have 2 liters or about 8 cups of water per day. And this actually may need to increase when you're exercising because you're actually losing more water when you exercise and sweating out. And our bodies are made of anywhere between 60 to 40% water. So it's super important to be hydrated so our body functions properly. And that will also help you metabolize better because your body is working properly with water. For example, if you don't oil your car on a regular basis or put gas in it, how are you supposed to have the engine working properly? And that's the same way of having water to fuel your body on a regular basis. So like for example, I'm gonna hydrate a little bit after talking for almost 10 minutes. So on top of water, I do recommend having teas in your diet to help you digest better as well as boosting up your immune system and metabolism. Some of the teas that I recommend, there are Chinese teas that I have in my diet is jasmine and pu'er tea. Now pu'er is like a black tea that's really good for digestion as well as helps you with fatigue and headaches. Now, jasmine is more of a green tea and you can have it caffeinated or uncaffeinated, and it's definitely a great way to help you digest and not have the caffeine in your diet as well. So those are just some teas that I definitely would recommend. So another big tip I would recommend is to eat without distraction and just really enjoy the food that you're having, and just with the plating and everything else, and just savor every bite of what you're eating. And I love food, I live for food, I'm a huge foodie, and it is so important for me to really savor every bite that I'm having. Even though I was taught to eat really fast as a kid, I've learned to slow down. It's actually better for your digestive system as well as your body. And the other thing is that you're not going to overindulge and not really know how much you're eating because you're really thinking of the food while you're eating it. So that's a really important tip. So my last and final tip is having a well-balanced diet as well as variety in your diet. You can tell that on top of allowing my treats on a regular basis, I do have a lot of fruits and vegetables, but also on top of it, I like increasing my iron level and my fiber. Especially ladies out there, iron is so important to have on a regular basis, and I have increased my red meat level as well, and it significantly increased my energy level on a regular basis. So the thing is, having a lot of variety in your diet is that you'll have different types of nutrients and minerals in your diet that you require on a regular basis, and you won't have access or be not sufficient in certain vitamins if you have variety in your diet. So comment below if you have any weight struggles, especially because I find that as a petite woman myself, I find it a lot easier to gain weight compared to someone that's average weight. So give me a shout out if you're a petite as I am, 4'9" or 5 foot and under. I'm building a community on Facebook dedicated to women 5 foot and under to talk about their challenges, their struggles, and their wins in life. And if you want to join that group, the link is below the description here. I'm also on Instagram at MissPetiteRu. Check out my next video next Wednesday, and here are 2 other videos that I made just for petites 5 foot and under. Please enjoy. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe to my channel if this really resonates with you. And I will see you next week. Bye!